Engineering Geezer's back. A little bit off topic here from the normal things. I'm having to build a new PC because my laptop don't want to run the software for slicing on my new Creality printer. So spent a little bit of money on here. So with a new monitor, you'll see that later. But I bought an MSI case, running around 66 quid from Amazon. Everything you see from here is from Amazon. I've gone for an MSI B550 Tomahawk motherboard. There fits in here as well. The quality build of the MSI case is really good, so I thought stick with MSI. We ain't gonna have no fitting problems as it can go from there. The CPU, go on Joe, tell them all about it.
Got Ryzen 9 5900X, 12 core, 24 threads, so it's good for multitasking activities, and obviously a little bit of gaming if you want to do that and all.
And surprised that this is basically an empty box, and the little chip is just here. So just in that bit there is where the chip is. So that's where we go from there. To power the whole up, I'll chose one of these. It's a modular power supply unit, 750 watts, more than I need. If I do upgrade it, I'll have plenty of power to go on there. I've got to cool this sucker here. So I've got one of these. It's a, what do we call it, tower? What do you call it?
Air tower.
It's an air tower, 2 fans built in, Bosch, and it comes with the whole paste as well. For the, I've got 1 terabyte drive from Crucial, easy that. For the RAM, I'm using this 32 gig of RAM, and for graphics card, I can't afford to have one of those 40 series. 40 series, well the 4090 I really wanted, so I got for this one. And when you balance it out to see if there's any bottlenecks, I've done a little test online. What I have here does actually create no problems at all. I said I don't think I'll be pushing this too hard because I'm not playing games on it. It's for my CAD, 3D printing, and some video editing as well. I will probably play some games, but if I do, it's one of those things. If this ain't up to it, I'll just upgrade that as well. But just under £1,000 I paid for all this lot, plus my monitor upstairs, which I'm already using on my works laptop, which is pretty good. And that's a Creality 32-inch curved screen job. Yeah, it's 180 quid or something like that. But what we're going to do is put this all together. I'm going to do a time lapse on it. Hope you enjoy the video. If you don't, that's up to you. But we'll go from there. So, Joe, where do we start? We start with the case?
Nope, motherboard.
Motherboard out of the box. Oh, also make sure when you do get your parts that it is still sealed. Okay, so I've already opened this one. So where my motherboard is, just make sure the label is intact when you open it, and especially if they might have been returned. They might, some customers are a little bit dodgy, but they put their old one back, send it back to get a refund, and they've got a graphics card or a motherboard for free, as they say. Don't think they check anything. So we've got all the stuff out, and away we go. We'll just put on time lapse so you can see it happening as we go along. Right. So where do you want to start on the motherboard?
Motherboard. Put that on top. Bag out, box shut, put it on top of the bag. Get the
gubbins out as well.
I don't think we...
And away we go. Right.
First things first, I look to a CPU. So you want to crack that bad lad open.
Again, a seal. Make sure the seal's good. I've already opened it. As I say, all this box, fresh air, and the beautiful CPU. Now I've got to be careful how I handle this, is it?
Yes, because there's gold pins on the back of that.
Okay.
So if you look on the CPU,
yeah, you take that.
There's a little gold triangle down there.
Yeah.
That lines up with this triangle down here.
All right.
So it goes in that way there.
So just as Joe said, there's a triangle on the chip that needs to be lined up on the triangle on the motherboard there. So I'll let you do that bit.
Let's do that one. So
at this stage, once you remove it from the box and you're happy with the condition, go on in, Joe.
Right, you're going to line up the triangle on the CPU to the socket on the motherboard. I'm going to open this socket on here, pop the CPU out. Then when you pop the CPU out, make sure to be careful of the pins on the back. So just grab it from the side. There's 2 little finger cutouts on the plastic, and that's it. check your pins, nice and straight. That just pops in like that.
It just falls in.
Just falls in. Just give it a little touch either side, make sure it's in, then this locks it off. That's it.
Boom,
that's it. CPU's installed. Now you're ready on to the next step.
So ensure people that the arrow meets the arrow on the gubbins there. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I'm getting excited. And don't forget, keep the boxes in good condition. So if you want to sell this on, you can sell the individual parts as they go along. Not everybody can afford brand new parts. Go on in, Geezer, what are we going to do next?
Next step, while the air cooler's off, you want to install your M.2 in the top drive. This is a Gen 4 drive. So if you want to grab a screwdriver over that, just take the 2 heat pads off.
Screwdriver, this one here.
Yeah, one either side.
Do me a favour, make sure you're using the right screwdriver for the pots. The amount of people I've seen smash and strip the screws, the screw heads, because they've got the wrong size screwdriver in there. It's bloody criminal. There's one. Two. There you go, Joe.
Right, M.2 heat shields off.
Yeah. Do I take that sticker off?
Yes. Always remember to take the sticker off, otherwise you're defeating the object of being there. Even though this one's got on top of here, there's no harm having 2. Especially this has only been a Gen 4 drive, there's not a lot of heat what comes out. So we'll just open this bad boy up here. Be careful, because sometimes these have little mounting screws in there. Like that one there, there's your M.2 drive. Goes in at a not quite 45-degree angle. Oh, drop that. Careful not to drop it. That goes in like that. Then all you've got to do is pop this down. Right, you can see there, that standoff there is in the incorrect position. So all I'm going to do is pop this out, pop to one side.
I'll hold it like that. So just make sure you take the sticker off the back of the heat shield that is on there, so it does its job. And Joe has noticed that there's no standoff on here for where the M.2 goes on. So I open the box up again to get the part out. Go on, Geezer.
M.2 standoff's missing. If you want, there's a couple of positions for it, be different size. Just offer it up, and you can see it's out that one there. Put the standoff in. Just finger tight, that's all you need. And now I'm going to offer up the M.2 again. Ever so slightly. Push it in. There's a little cutout there for how to see how it's seated. That just pops down like that. You can get your retaining screw. One finger, hold it down. Got the shakes. No.
Make sure you don't cross-thread your screws.
These don't need to be tight. Little nip. That's it. Good to go. Now you want to put your heatsink back on. Make sure you take the label off.
Yeah, label's off. All right, just use a little screwdriver for this to start them off. So. Without we put the right pass the way around, isn't it? 2 different screws. All right. So make sure you put it on the right way round. This one's got the bigger screw at this end. And this one's got the tinier screw. I didn't notice that, I just noticed it. So I'll put it in. So there's the first one. There's the second one. I'll just rub my finger across the top there, just with the other screwdriver. 1, 2. Mum's your dad. Right, what do we do next?
RAM. Still while the cooler's off, so you've got plenty of room. Done with the M.2 box.
Yeah, there's another box.
Get your RAM. This is DDR4, 3200 megahertz.
Don't forget, keep the boxes, because you can sell these afterwards.
Right, we need a pair of scissors to cut this open.
I have a pair of scissors. Let me go and get it. Yeah, right, 2 pairs.
I'll go with a big pair. Cut these open. And while he's doing that, I've lost about 1.5 stone in weight now.
5 weeks.
Right, pop your RAM out. Right, when it comes to installing these, look on your motherboard, and some might be different on the 100%. It says down here on this one, D2, and so basically slot 2 and 4. So what I'm going to do is pop 2 and 4, then they go in there because it helps them work and do dual channel. These only go in one way. Don't put them in the other way because you will knock off some of the gold fingers. I'll let you do the honors of this one, Dad. Just line them up perfectly.
Right, that way. Is that the right way around? Oh, there's a notch.
Yeah, you see the notch.
See where the notch is there? Just make sure it lines up there. Slide it in this one.
These do require a hard push until you get a click.
Make sure the insert on the slots. Make sure everything's all lined up. And then all I'm going to do now is just push.
That's it.
Mum's your dad. I'll do the other one. Right, just check the notch is in line with the notch there. So this is on number 4 track or slot, whatever you want to call it. Call it Bob if you wanted to. And small push. There we are. So both of those clicked in. I'm happy with that. Job done. What do we do next?
Now you just put your CPU cooler on.
Okay.
Tower cooler. Got a couple of fans here. That's going in between the 2 heat sinks. I'll send to you.
2 beautiful fans.
Little accessory box. You're going to need that shortly.
Yeah.
Then the cooler itself.
Right, let's get that box out of the way. Again, it's well worth keeping all the boxes. You can sell these on afterwards if you need to. I keep repeating myself like a parrot. Hey, how many times you got to be told? Keep the boxes. That's to get that out of the way.
Right, this is your little accessory kit for mounting the cooler. Open this bad lad up.
Just put it over there.
Right, this is all what comes with it. Bag within a bag. You want to find the AM4 socket, not the 1700 socket. You've got your Intel and your AMD.
So these all socket bits, are they?
Yep.
So we want the what?
AM4.
AM5, that is.
AM4 and AM5, that one there. It's just to set the distance on there.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So
you've got different mounting there.
So if I chop that off, the others can go back in the box.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the AM4, AM5. Okay.
And the 1700.
And the 1700.
Yeah, that's Intel socket.
You need that as well, yeah?
No, just the AM4.
Ah.
Just AM4.
That's
Are you done?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Right, there should be a tube of
Thermal face.
gubbins there, thermal faces, my boy says.
Right, we're done with these. That's for Intel socket. Then you want to select the 2 AM4 brackets.
The old Blake is on the old shoes. Okay.
Right, we can get these out of the way. Put them over out of the way.
I'll just put them there.
Now,
build it up, have we? Shall I get that out of the way?
You get that out of the way. Now we need to take off the original mounting for the standard Ryzen cooler. Just 4 screws. The big one.
That, yeah, just make sure you use the right screwdrivers.
Now be careful when you take these off because there is a plate on the back. So if you keep it on the board where it is, it shouldn't move.
Oh, there's a clamping plate, is it?
Yeah, there's a plate on the back, yeah.
Right.
You want to keep these and pop these back in with your motherboard box because obviously that's the component it came out of.
Original gubbins.
Yeah.
Right. Ah, cheeks, there we go. Get those out of the way. So what do we do now?
Right, now you need to put the spacers in and the screws to go with it. So you've got 4 of them. How do you do them?
Right, straight in there.
Yep, straight on top, then that on it.
And that on it.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Then also these plates go on the top and it screws down to these threads here.
So I don't need to put them on there.
Nah.
So now you'll see there's a counter bore underneath.
That goes on top of that, sorry.
Right.
Like if you notice which way you want to go, you can just offer this up like that. So you see that goes on there like that, and that's going on there. So you need to see that goes this way.
Arcs in.
Arcs in on both sides.
Right. All in. So that final lip. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're an animal, you strip the threads. Don't need to do that. Okay.
Right, now
what's next, Joe?
you're installing your air cooler.
So we don't need those brackets. Oh, they're for the fans, are they?
That's for the fans.
Okay.
You have on these brackets here, got a couple of acid duplicator. Well, on our CPU, acid duplicator for CPU fan. So if you look close on our motherboard, you've got CPU fan 1 and 2. So we don't need this here. Then these are, get another bracket. These are the little brackets for retaining the fans onto the heatsink.
Oh, I better get out of the bag then.
Yep.
We put them on first, yeah?
Last.
We put the fans on last.
Putting this on. We're putting the tower on first.
Okay, and these are the cables that are going to go in those where you just pointing to.
CPU fan.
Yeah,
got 1 and 2.
CPU fan 1 and 2. Okay, you see that there? 1 and 2. Isn't that nice?
If you also look here, if you to get an AIO, you've got your pump header here.
Yeah.
So for your water pump on your AIO, and obviously if you've got your fans on your radiator. You can
Okay, let's get rid of those. Okay, so
now the messy bit. If you're a Neanderthal, this would be the messy bit. Thermal paste on the CPU.
right, I've seen them put a cross. Some put a circle and some put loads of dots around it. What do we do? What's best?
It's a personal preference. What I like to do is a line corner to corner and 2 dots either side. I'll let you do that.
You can do that.
Right, this is what I like to do. Corner to corner, not right on the corner, just by where the QR code is.
Enough to spread out.
Yep. So when the CPU coolers are going to be pushed on, that's going to spread out that way. And if there's not enough in the little corner, so I'll just put a little dot here. That's all you need.
Nothing for luck.
If you want nothing for luck, I'll
just put a bit more on that bit there. That's it. Ooh.
I'll put another bit, yeah. Don't need to go overboard with it.
It's like chewing gum or blue tack, is it?
Bit thinner than blue tack.
All right.
Can I get that else?
Is there much in there?
An adequate amount.
No. That's it then.
That's it there.
No, it's not going to come off.
That's not going to come off.
Oh.
That's more than enough for what we need. Pop lid back on, just in case you have to repaste, say, a few years down the line.
Is that going to last down the line? Probably
Personally, just buy another tube.
Yeah.
It's cheap enough to buy another tube.
Probably gonna rock hard. Okay.
Right. When it comes to installing the air cooler, before you do it, make sure you've got a screwdriver long enough to get them through there, which you see is long enough.
Is that a sticker I see on the bottom?
And yes, that is a sticker. Make sure to take this sticker off, otherwise it won't be doing any cooling.
Do yourself a favour, check the fins are straight as well. Doesn't have to have a good look. All good?
Right, now if you look at this tower cooler here, you can see that it's slightly offset. If you don't want to have access to your M.2 at a later date, you can have it that way. But if you want to have access to it, which I highly recommend, just place it this way.
That's it. Shall I hold it while you put the screws in? We'll start the other one off.
Yeah. When you come to tighten these down, these are spring loaded. That one started.
Can you push it down a little bit? Got it?
That's got now. So these are spring loaded. Just go back and forth, evenly tighten them. And you want to go until the spring is fully compressed.
Oh, right, okay.
Because if it's not fully compressed, you won't get the full cooling effect of the tower. And you wonder why be on your PC and it just suddenly crashes because it's gone over 100 degrees.
What did you reckon these are going to run at?
I've got this exact same tower on my PC and it runs between 58 and 65.
That's how. That's the. Is that the norm? Is that what they like?
Yeah, that's a nice operating temperature.
That's the sweet spot.
Yeah, it's a sweet spot. You can get this cooler if you have an AIO because obviously water cooling is more efficient than air cooling. Just keep going back and forth until it stops. See that one there's stop, look snug. Snug.
That's it.
That's all you need.
And that's enough. So, and that's enough to squeeze that stuff out.
Yep. There, have a quick look. You can see nothing's come out the sides, which is good.
So nice and clean.
Enough to go and socket. Right, now we're going to do the fans, but if you want to make sure it goes on properly, you can pick the motherboard up with this. So now that's fully secure. Now we're going to apply the fans. When you come into the fans, cable management is key within a PC. So if you see, you want the air to come from this side and out the exhaust. So these have to go that way. So sticker face is sign you, which is sucking. So that's going to go in that way there, just in between, just to mock these up. And the other one's going to go in there like that. Then you want to clip these in. Then you're going to plug them in. But it's
will they reach? Will they reach
yeah,
over there?
they're just going in there.
Okay. So just clip them up first.
Clip them up first. We do the first one. I'll let you do the honours.
Right, I don't know how these go.
You could swear at this.
Just seeing that. So the clip that goes in that hole, and that goes in that hole. Bosh. Okay. So how's that go on there then?
Right, that's going to slide in there and then hook onto those fins there.
Okay. Now on this channel,
on this inner channel, yeah, it clips in.
Okay. So is it going to reach?
It's a tight fit.
Oh, tight as a tiger, is it?
Yeah.
So that's going to squeeze over there. Oh,
lift it up a bit. Make sure it's square.
Centralise that. There.
Yeah, that's one fan. That's one fan installed, and that's the harder one of the two.
Just a geese, isn't it? All right, do the same on the other one.
Yeah, same on the other one.
So sticker out, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to go. Go in there again to pop it in there. Can you see the camera, Joe?
Yep.
Pop into there. 1, 2. So just make sure you put the right sides, not the opposite sides. 1. Have it. 2. Excuse me about that. Okay, so again, like so. Hold it in position. So I'm going to put the first one on. 1. It's a bit too high that. Is that meant to be? I mean, good job you don't have to tall ones of these,
yes,
isn't it?
That's why I selected the low profile Crucial RAM for that reason.
That's 1, 2. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
And it's just, that's all right to rest on top of that, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, job done. So that's that.
That's all centralised. Now you want to plug the fans in while it's out of the case so it's easier.
Okay.
Now if you look on these cables here, there's a little notch. So they only go in one way. For that, I have to go in. I'll do the first one.
I get the tighter one, yeah?
That's it. Now you do the other one.
Right, so notch is this way. Ah, I see. Yes. There's a little block there that has to locate in between those. And 1, 2. Is that adequate enough?
Yeah, that's good. None of the cables are going to foul any fans.
That's it. That's spinning. That'll be okay. Right. Where to now, Batman?
Motherboard in the case.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry. So let's
reallocate.
Right. So I'm going to stop the camera a bit, get reposition, and away we go. So we're back. I've just laid. Let's get this out of the way. I've just laid the case on its side. We're going to put the power supply unit in first. Is what, as I said, is one of the modular ones. So let's zoom out just a touch. Joe, take the side off.
First and first, there's a couple of screws on the back. Take the screws out and just pop off. And just place this to one side. And right, on the first observations here, you can see this has got a hard drive cage. We're not using any hard drives in this because this is 2024. We use M.2s or 2.5 inch. So we're going to take this out. And then move the wires out of position for the overheads. And you can also see that there's a little packet in there with some screws and zip ties for cable management and a couple of spare screws for the back. And in the next one above,
some spiel.
You've got some destruction manuals, which we're going to refer to later on for the overhead buttons.
Okay. Have it.
Have it.
What about that old boy then? Does that not come out?
This hard drive cage has got space for 2. This is going to come out. If you look at the bottom down here, there's a couple of screws down here, 2 here and 2 in there. And grab yourself a screwdriver.
You see the 2 down here, so
yeah.
Just a hole there and a hole there to get those.
So take these out. We're not using the hard drive cage. It's 4 of them. Just allows more room for cable management down the bottom in the bottom chamber, and optimise a bit of airflow if you're into that sort of things.
Oh, there's a filter at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's stop the crap getting sucked up through the...
On this case, this has a bottom coolant for the power supply, but I have seen some from the top, so you can turn your power supply the other way around, get coolant from inside to minimise dust. That's M.4 out. I'll move the cables out of the way.
There's on Velcro, that one there.
Move the cables out of the way.
Let's move around now out a little bit. Any from the top? Was it just all from the bottom?
There's threads in that. Oh, I took out that. Oh, I've got to take this off. Ah, cheeky.
Cheat. Is that take the foot off to get access to them two?
Yeah, all same screws. As you can hear there, the hard drive cage has dropped. Give it a little wiggle. What's holding that in? There you go.
The Velcro now. The one off the top as well?
Must be.
Oh,
There is.
the cheeky bugger's left one on the top.
That's the most I've seen on a hard drive cage. Normally just a 2.
Right, so what he's found here, there's another screw on the inside. So you just take the glass panel off here. Careful with that one. So whereabouts is it, Joe?
It is.
Now let me get the
Turn this up.
thing.
It is just over here. Right at the back here.
That one screw there.
Yeah.
You see that, boys and girls? Just there.
I'm going to take that one out. That's that one. If I lay it back on its front,
Who's in front?
lay it back on its front.
Go back to this one. Wait for it, wait for it. And
Pull the cable
out
out,
now.
pull the cable out of the way,
There we
and
are.
this comes out. Job done.
The screws fit in there, does
Yeah,
it?
and we're keeping the screws. Screw them back in. So if you ever come to put a hard drive in, put the screws back in. If you ever come to put a hard drive in later date, you can mount it the correct way, because they are spinning discs. I recommend make sure they're mounted correctly. So you've got them 4 on there. And don't forget the one on the top.
Here's the end one.
There's the middle.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, there's your mounting for your hard drive.
Right, you're in just out of shot.
There's your mounting for the hard drive back in there. Now you can place the cages back in. Pinch the sides and just push in. Simple as that.
Cut that off. Let's slot that back in there.
That's it.
How we put that away for a rainy day?
So we're taking the foot back off. We'll have to put this back on. Offer it up the way it came off. There's a couple of locating pegs. Line them up. Put screws back in. It's also handy to have a magnified screwdriver.
Don't strip your threads, boys and girls. Otherwise, you're going to have to get in there on the inside, put a nut on it. And there don't seem to be a lot of room on these.
Right. Hard drive cage out. Now you're going to put in your power supply.
Okay, here we go. Power supply. Just get in position.
Like I said before, this is a gigabyte 750 watt gold rating. It's fully modular, 80 plus gold, all sealed. Open it up. Get your fingers in. There you go.
Another one this side. Oh,
It's one of them ones.
Yeah, one of those ones.
Kettle plug. Put that on one side because you will need it. Mounting screws. They're very important. Put that on one side. Instructions, and there's the unit itself. I've got all your ratings on the back there, and all your covers there. So before we install this, take this off. If it's your first time building a PC, it does say on there what they're for. Those are peripherals, CPU, PCIe, and motherboard, and that lot.
I know the rubbish.
There's rubbish. You also have a packet of cables. Don't let this put this off, you only use a few of these. There's scissors.
Un paquet of cabbage. A slice.
Slice on the rip so it's easier. Don't need this anymore. Get this out of the way. And these are all the cables.
Give us a bag, I'll take them back. What's that metal bracket on the top?
Bit of cardboard.
Oh, just rubbish.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Right, you got your 8 pins. This is for your GPU power. This one goes into the power supply, and this one goes into your GPU. So we know we're going to need that, so we put that on one side. Then we've got 8 pin to 8 pin. This is going to be for your CPU power. We know we're going to need that, so we just put that on one side. And where we are, this is
CPU or GPU?
CPU and GPU.
Oh, right, okay.
This is your SATA power. This is for your RGB hub for power for your fans and the colours. As you can see there, we're going to need that. And this is going to offer up to this connector here, so we know we're going to need that. Then we have, wherever it is, it's in my hand, your 24 pin connector for your mother supply. We know we're going to need that. All the other ones, don't throw them in the bin. Might need them a later date, put them to one side.
Put them in the bag.
Yeah.
In the bag, look at that. Whoa, look. So where do you want me, around the back? Around the side?
Just over the top here, so you can see here.
That's a daisy.
I'll let you do this. It's your PC.
Right, that's rubbish there.
That's rubbish. Just bring it closer.
Right,
Just
so
gotta post-
at the bottom end.
Just got to post them through there so they're not in the way.
Just here we're in.
Yep, just down here.
Right.
There's your 4 screws.
Thanking you.
And there's your screwdriver.
Check that one in shop.
Should be.
And just the outdoor screws.
Wrong way.
It's upside down.
Oh yes, sorry, I'm saying. See, that goes in that way. The filter's at the bottom for the fan. That goes in that way.
Fan, filter, fan. Those who know Tommy Coopers. Okie dokie. Right. So.
I've just thought that before we put the screw light in, we'll have to plug these in.
You have to plug them in first.
Yeah, make it a little bit easier.
Right, so just take this old boy out. We're going to put the plugs in.
It's a mistake we've all made.
Also, you notice that there's a little notch there and a little notch there. So that's the one that's going to go in there. In the CPU, PCI, yeah?
Yep.
That's one.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it. Next one is GPU power.
Same cable.
Same cable, but if you notice the GPU power, you've got 2 8 pins there for your higher demanding GPUs. 2 8 pins on the GPU. But on our one, we're only using the one, so when we plug that in, we'll just zip tie that back so it looks a little bit neater.
Let's put another one.
Another one. CPU, PGPU. Yeah, you can put these on different rails by if you want to even out, I will put it on a different rail. Push it till it clicks. That's that one done. Now we need to put in our peripheral ones, which is this is for your fans.
Show them the plug socket on that one.
Yeah, this is a 6 pin. 6 pin.
Okay.
And it says on.
Hang on, show it again.
Got 6 pin.
Yeah.
And it says on here peripherals, SATA, Molex. This is for SATA power. It just goes into one of these. That's it. Job done. Put these to one side.
Just remember the fan, and there's a filter gauze here, just make sure they're on the right way round. Try not to drop this. There we are, got it in. And magnetic screwdrivers do help. So let's get the first one in. Just make sure you start all the screws before, don't do one up and then you struggle getting the others in. Just make sure you start all screws up. Get in a nice position, square it up. You've got slots going left and right here, and for 3 of them, and you've got a slot here that goes up and down here. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. They nipped up, and I'm just going to just check they're all the same. 1, 2. Don't be an animal. You strip the threads, you're going to hang on 3. Strip all the threads, you're going to end up with putting some glue on it, which is not going to be good for you. Right. There we go, Joe. What do we do next?
Right, we're going to plan ahead and route some of the cables.
Okay. Right, routing the cables.
Routing the cables, right.
Route the cables, route the cables.
Obviously, this one's GPU. We'll put that to one side. We'll do that last. This one is your peripherals. No peripherals, your data power. Put that one side. This one's your motherboard, and this one's your CPU. Right, the CPU one is going to go straight up the top, where I think it is. It's going to go over this side. So it's going to go up the top here. Little channel up the side here. Put that through there, so it's in the correct position. Motherboard one, that's in the middle of the motherboard. So I'm going to poke that through here. Next one, this one stays in the chamber. This one's for your GPU. The GPU is going to be at the bottom, towards the bottom of the motherboard, so just poke up the bottom here. Get it ready, put both plugs through. Put as much as you need, you can just always tidy up towards the end. This CPU ones might fall out at some point. Now, for, wherever it's gone, there it is, your power for your SATA. You have your connector here. Just line it up, it only goes on one way. Not that way. These are a tight fit, double check, yeah. That's it, that's your power for your RGB lights. Right.
Undo that one so you don't pull on the cable now.
Hang on. These are for the other bits. What's this one? Front panel. Right, now we're done in the back for now. So we're going to flip this 180 and we're going to import the motherboard. Right, now.
Right, let's have a look in the top. So, that's for the motherboard there. That's for what?
GPU.
And the one at the top is for something
CPU.
else, CPU. Right, beautiful stuff. Hopefully the camera don't shift. You can see how we do this bit here. So,
right, motherboard. Right, come towards the packet what came with the case. Has the mounting screws for, that's the one. Has the mounting screws in here for mounting the motherboard to the case.
And I'm hoping that being an MSI motherboard and an MSI case, bosh, straight in, no worries. All the same size screws?
No, there's 2 different ones. You've got fine thread and fine thread and coarse thread. I think they might be separated in the case. They are. Yeah. So all these ones here, they should be all the same thread type.
That's thread length.
And thread length, yes.
Right, let me give me one of those so I can check one of those. I'm just going to try and put it in the little upstand there. And right first time, that screws in there lovely. That's a keeper. Okay, and then you've got another one up there. Yeah, I'm pretty confident they're all the same. Right, that's a good size screw.
Right, we'll put them to one side.
Okay.
For routing this through, I've seen there's plenty of room for this, so I'm going to tuck the CPU power out of the way. That one can stay there, and that one can stay there.
Okay, just drag that across the front there.
Right, as you can see at the top here, this pre-installed fan from MSI, zip tied up, not zip tied up, cable tied up.
Sandwich tie.
Sandwich tie, what do you call them? get that out of the way, then for that out. Then you want to put it through there out of the way, so you can get to it at a later date, a later time even. Right, motherboard.
Just make sure that this black area is equal to the, just turn the camera around a little bit. What I'm trying to do is make sure that that black fascia that you see there on that bulkhead is actually going to line up with this opening up here. Okay, where we had it before, just slightly a little bit out, so I'm just, me being me, I just want a little bit more central. So, just going to stick this here. Hopefully be able to see.
Grab that again.
Yeah, grab that again, get this cable out of the way. And hold the weight through the fingers.
My fingers
Okay.
a bit. There you go, it's got it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's perfect.
Now you literally the standoff, the mount and holes, they all line up perfectly.
Jesus Christ, look where that one is.
Yeah, there's a few of them. So there's one there, another one there,
Right.
another one there. So you want a long screwdriver.
So I'm just going to use this here. Just start them off.
If I remember correctly, there should be 9. 3 across the bottom, 3 in the middle, and 3 at the top.
Yeah, look. So here. Another one there. So I expected to see it in the middle, but you got the middle ones are offset from the center. So if you take that, this is the center of the board, you've got the middle ones which is off forward of the center. Then you've got these two here, and they've got 2 up that end. So far so good. Does help with a magnetic screwdriver. Now this is just slightly on the wonk, so just be careful that you don't cross thread that, because the flange or the rim of the case is interfering or fouling the screwdriver. That starts, just leave that loose. 3 at the top. So a little bit of thread's going to come out here. No, it seems to be accessible. So there's the first one. Undo that touch. There's the second one, just by the side of the cable, just here. Oh, dogs want to come in. They can have their time in a minute. And oh, that's good. So this one just brought forward a bit. You can see that they've got that designed well. Yes, we've got a long screwdriver, Phillips.
It's longer, but it's a bigger head.
That's it. I'll just use this one. Finger tight. 1. Again, don't go too mad. You'll split the board. That's no good for no one. That's not healthy. There's another one. Another one. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. One more after this. And 9. This is the last one. Right. Check one more time. 8. And the last one. Bosh, 9. There you go. Done.
Now you need to start plugging it in.
Okay, so assuming this monster is going to go in there. Now it's got a lip. It's got this. It's this catching on this lip here.
Yes, that's correct.
So I need to twist it. So that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Could be the way I've routed it through and all. Just twist it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It needs to go. It needs to go that way.
Yeah. To make life easier, you can get extension cables, which you can have them coloured, black, white. You can have RGB, but these are the ones straight from the power supply. There is a click.
Did you hear it?
Oh, there should be a click. There you go.
Yeah, I just heard it. Just a tiny click. Pick these screws up so I don't drop them. One, two, three, four. There you go. Get them out of the way. Right. This top one's got to go up there.
See
in that one there?
Yep.
Sheesh.
Right, now there's also cool, you can just stand the case
stand it up.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not moaning because I'm a puss, it's just I've had surgery at the weekend. Right, so I'm going to go across here, up the back of this.
And then in through there.
And in through there. Right, get out of the way. One of those. Right.
As you can see, that's got to go into the CPU power at the top there.
And it clicks that way. That's not going to make it easy for you, is it? Right. Did you swear at this when you done your one?
Might have.
Just maybe. Right. That's why I took the grill off the top. Right. And this is the split plug as well, isn't it?
Yep. So we've got to make sure all 8 of them are plugged in.
Yeah, right. One, two. Just squeeze in. That's one. There. So just in there, you can see my finger, see my thumb, just in there. So pull that forward a little bit. Perfect.
Right, that's that one done.
So where are we at?
This is your front panel connector. This being MSI, they've done the good thing. They put it all on one pin. Other brands, they put these as individual pins, so you have to connect to the front panel.
As a plug, yeah?
As a plug. This is good, so it saves it easier for us. This is your USB 3.1. This is for your Type-C connectors. Obviously, there's one at the top of our panel here. This is for USB 3, which is Type A, and this is your HD audio for your audio jacks at the top of it. This connects all your power buttons up here. From experience, I know this one here is at the bottom, so I'm going to feed it through the bottom here. Do one at a time.
These cables are all a bit of a mess, aren't they?
Yeah, we'll sort out at the end. This front panel connector goes in this one down here. You can see there's a pin missing in that connector there, and there's a pin missing here. Okay. So it only goes in one way. Move that out of the way. Line it up. Hand on the back of the board. That's it. This allows your PC to turn on. Tidy up the cables. Right, next plug.
So,
right, USB 3.1 goes through the same cluster as the 24 pin. And if you look on the connector here, it only goes in one way.
One sec, there we go, cleared, and there we are, just point to it where it's going to fit.
Only goes in one way, it goes in this connector up here.
Okay.
I'm going to feed that through, have a look again, double check. Hand on the back, job done.
Clicks in.
Clicks in.
Positive fixture.
Yep. Right, next one.
All right, next one.
We'll do the easy one, HD audio. That should be down the bottom here, they're all labelled. We'll find them. Where are we? Down here, HD audio, right in the corner.
Those pins, upstand pins in it.
Yeah.
This lot.
One in the ring end, that one there. See where the pin's missing?
Yeah, yeah.
So if we're lucky, this will feed through here. Up here.
Yeah, pin's missing off there.
Pin missing off there. Only goes in one way. And do the excess. Back of the board, push, job done.
So there it is, just fitting in that last one there.
And they've designed this so you have not as much sheath protection there, so you can get a nice tight fold in it like that. That's that one done. And finally, we have USB 3. That is at the bottom of the board. It's this big one here.
Okay.
So same again. Feed it through. This only goes in one way.
Just was right around. There's a notch there.
Yeah, notch there, notch and connector. Excess out. Line it up. Plug in. Then just
plug in the excess. That'd be right like that.
make it look pretty. I have to go that way. Have to live like that. Or bare routing, take out, coming through the side. Oh, like the cable. Some people don't like it, but this isn't a showpiece, it's just a functional piece. There you go, job done.
So out of that lot, fan cable have been poked through, one there, and there's 2 up here, as you can see there. Okay, Joe, plug them in.
Where are we? They are non-RGB, none of the 3 pins.
These are RGB.
Oh, it's got the controller at the back.
Okay.
Right, where is it? I thought these are 4 pins. Where's the connector? There. This goes into this one here. If I can grab it. Stop missing. No. These are only 3-pin ones. Grab the excess. And use 3 of the 4 pins what are here.
Just plug them in.
Plug them in like that. There's 1 pin exposed because these are only 3 pins. That's one. This one here. There's another one. Where are we? Just here. So I'm going to plug it into here. I need the light. Another one. And there's 2 up here. And last one. That's all the fans plugged in. So these should all spin up when they start on. Don't be worried when you first plug this in. It needs to train the RAM, so it may take about 40 seconds max, maybe a little bit more, depending on the type of boards. GPU. RX 6600 gigabyte model, 8 gigabyte. It's a good entry level card for 1080p gaming if you're into that, or your basic workstation functions. Pop it out. Put the box out. Like my dad said earlier, make sure it's all sealed.
Now, I've opened it. So if you see it like this, it has been opened. I've opened this one.
So this is just a void warranty sticker in an anti-static bag. There it is. And there is your model there. Got a nice anti-scratch sticker across the bit there. Your 8-pin on the front, and your gold fingers on the back. I think this is a put it back on before we do it. All right, I'll just place that to one side.
Right, let's
get rid of the boxes.
Get everything out of the way. Again, keep the boxes because I can sell that later. Yeah, put that pad back in there.
I've left the cover on because I know I don't want to damage it. I'm going to offer it up to the PCIe lane here. That's on the right level there, and I can see that it's going to line up with these 2 bays here. So all I'm going to do,
those 2 there, yeah.
All I'm going to do is take the 2 screws out the back. I'll turn this, so you can see. Take the 2 screws out so I can get to the caps on the back here. So I'm going to grab your screwdriver. I'm going to pick it up. One. Put it on the way. And 2. Last one. That gives me access to these screws down here, and I know I need the second 2 there. So I'm going to take these 2 screws out. And these 2 should pop out. Pop these in your PC case, whatever box you'd like, because if you upgrade the card in the future, you might have a 3-lane card, you might just take an extra one out, or you might go back to a single-lane card, put an extra one in, just to neaten up in that lot. Right, now I'm going to turn it back round. Now if you look closely here, this is your top lane, this is the one you want to put it in your topmost lane, because this is the priority lane. You want to push this clip out. That allows it to receive the 16-pin connector into the PCIe lane. Now we're going to offer it up. Take your cover off, line it up like that, and you want to push until you get a click. Now if you want to make sure, you can see at the gap there that tab what you push back is located in. Give that little tug, it's not going anywhere. Now you want to screw this back in, see there's one available there. Grab your screwdriver, come from the back, little nip, and now you know that card ain't going anywhere.
Put something in as well, so it saves losing the screw.
Saves losing the screw. Oh, nobody done 2 for the...
Yeah, you took 2 out.
Oh, there's that one. Bit overkill. Saves losing screws, like my dad said. Now you know that's not going anywhere. I'm going to put the cover back on the back, just to tidy it up a bit. That just hooks in.
Just see how it hooks in. I'll pull it off again.
See how it just hooks in? Like that. And then you've got 2 screws. Oh,
Unlucky.
unlucky yet. So I just one
I'll
handed.
be still here. I'm not on the tripod, so you'll see the screw come here and through that one there as well.
As soon as you get the first one in, little nip, don't need to go crazy.
There it is.
Job done.
Take this jibber jabber off.
Keep this for when you take the card off to protect your fingers. Put that back in your box.
Okay. All I'll do is I'll put them in the box as well.
Yeah.
Right. You can take the sticker off.
Got the sticker. Done good. Stops the scratching. Some people leave these on, but it's personal preference. Job done.
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
Right.
This cable here, got your 8-pin, nice and easy. Some GPUs only have 4 pins. You can, what's this one there? Sorry, not that one there. Sorry. This just pops off. It makes your 6-pin. Sorry, but we need an 8-pin on this one. Line it up, hand behind the back, give it a push, and you see that tab's pushed back down. That's it, installed. Obviously, this is for if you've got 2 8-pin connectors that can go there, but this model only uses
Goes where?
Just goes side by side.
Oh, right, okay. So, what's that for? Bigger, more powerful job?
More power. This doesn't draw a lot of power, so it only requires a 8-pin. Excess cable, you can table tie this back, but all I'm going to do is, because we took the hard drive cage out, take the excess back, and we'll zip tie that one there out the way.
Just
Be careful that one there.
Alright, just pull the cables back, tie them up together, and we go. Yeah, use one of these.
Lunchbox tie.
Lunchbox tie.
We'll use one of them.
Use a lunchbox tie for that.
I'll pull the cable back out again, so I've got more room to work with. I'm going to put the twist on the back, so you don't see it when the glass is on. Get my hands around.
Tie's a tiger.
There you go. Now fold it in. That's good enough. That's holding that out of the way. Now grab the excess, put it down there so it looks nice and neat. You can buy extension cables, so this is just one 8-pin coming up to make it look better, but it's personal preference. Straight from the power supply, gets the job done. It's not an aesthetics build, it's just a practical build.
Is this side finished then?
Finished. Now the annoying part, cable management.
Alright, so
This is done.
this side's all done.
But I'm going to leave it open to say, so I can give some cables, take up some slack. But to me, that looks all okay, so we can put the front panel on.
Okay, go on, stick the panel on.
Put the panel on.
Right. Screws in your back pocket.
Screws in the back pocket. Just line it up. Job done. Find me screws. 1, 2. Drop 1.
If you wonder why how the front one goes in, there's 2 slots there. There's 2 pegs on the actual glass. And if you look at this one, you can see the slot that is there, and then there's 3 on this one. I think there's 3.
There's 2 in the front, 3 in the back.
As you see, 1, 2, and 3. So in the case, there'll be a little pin that actually locates under there, and it sits in these slots here as well.
Right, now we're going to cable manage. We're going to put this back on its front. This is the part where people just grab the back panel and just ram it on. Don't be that animal. Just take up the slack. That's why I took the hard drive cage out, to take up the slack and put a storage bin down there. Likes of these, you can't really do much with these, so we're just going to grab a zip tie. So this one here, this is CPU power.
Yeah, stick them together.
Stick them together.
You already got a sandwich tie there, stick them all together.
Sandwich tie there, lovely. Put them together.
You can squeeze another one in there, look.
Yeah, there's a large ring there to...
Just put the cable tie on.
Yeah.
Be careful with it. That's it.
And I'm going to fold that under there. That's that one out the way.
Just looking over this.
Put these under there. Somehow grab it with your little fingers, but I've got little sausage ones. There you go. Zip tie that out of the way. I'm going to grab my scissors. Little pair. Don't cut these at an angle, just cut them straight. Because the next person who works on this, you will piss them off if you cut them at an angle. Get the excess out of the way. That one's tied out the way. When you come put the board on.
So what's this panel for then?
That is for your 2.5-inch drive, your SSD.
Oh, right, so it goes in there.
You can unscrew that, screw it onto the drive, screw it onto the bracket, and screw it back together. So it's got a dedicated place for it.
Okay.
Right, next one. I'm happy with that. Get that out of the way. These ones, there's not much you can do with them.
You've got some Velcro there, you can stick it underneath there.
That's all. They're already clustered there.
Hey, what about this like here? You can put them in the Velcro as well?
Yep, can do. Just gonna get these fan cables out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, go on, open that Velcro.
That's one of them ones.
Cool.
I'm going to use the tweezers to grab them, but I'm not cutting it. If I can get it, just get underneath. Now the cables.
Use that to break it up.
That'd be better. Bit light. Move the grommet, that's better. Push it through, move the grommet. Grab your Velcro. Sort your grommet out. Job done. That's tightening it together. They're out of the way. I'm happy with them down there. Just going to zip tie them into a cluster just here.
That's it. Just clip into the cables here. So pull that there. That's clip into the cables there. Go on it.
Job done.
So the problem is you can't really get a good thing because the cables have to stretch across components and so like that. So that's it. We'll put the lid back on this one.
Yeah, standard cases like this, you can't. There's not a lot what you can do with cable management. You can make the best of the situation you've got. But if you want cable management to be on point, you can get a dual chamber. So you've got a bit more room, so there's a bit more space here. So you can get nice channels down here, Velcro them together. But this one, that's adequate. You don't see it. Put the case on, forget about it, and deal with it if there's any problems. Nice.
As you see those, you can see the actual pegs are actually screws actually fit into there.
Place it on top. So there's nothing foul in there, otherwise there'll be a big bulge. Push there, job done.
So bang those two screws in.
2 screws in, job done. Plug it in, install your Windows, and away you go.
So the last thing we're going to do is obviously going to put the mat back on top.
Dust shield.
That's it. Magnetic job. There you go. And then these two little babies. It's going to put the antennas on for my Wi-Fi. Yeah. So where's the Bluetooth bit on it?
Built in.
Oh, it's built in.
Little nip. Rotate that. Job done. But you might want to spread these so you can get to your connection to the back.
There you are. How's that? So there you have it. All this gear is in there now. That's fully built. Well, it'll take us over an hour.
Just over an hour, yeah?
Just over an hour to do. I would have done it myself, but someone has to hold the camera, you know what I mean? As I say like that. Cheers, Joe, for that. So next thing we're going to do is load up the software and plug it into the monitor and away we go. So the next time you see us is me actually using this in my next video. As you can see, it's working. 10 tower case behind me. Got me 32-inch curved screen there from Creality. Really good quality screen. I've got no complaints. Very happy with the full setup as we got there. Thanks for my boy helping me out there. Say there's me printer by the side of it. So what's on the cards next? Okay, so as promised, I've got to get on with this. That's the base, so we're going to be doing that one next. So SolidWorks, slice on the Creality print, on the printer, get it out, and then we'll see how well it goes. I have got one. You have to excuse me. Don't all go to plan. As I say, I just want to print this off with the sharp corners, so you understand that when you do have sharp corners, it's you've got stress concentration as well, and it starts to break. So this was meant to be one of that. This is the improved design, but this is where it's not too good, as I say. I didn't do it by accident. This was done on purpose, just to prove that sharp edges which are no good. But I will talk about that later on the next video. So not much I can say about that. I hope you enjoyed the video of me and Joe building my PC up here. All the stuff's on Amazon. You can buy all sorts from Amazon. Shop around, don't get ripped off on that business. The screens, look for the special offers. You'll find them. If you maybe go and get a second-hand one. It doesn't matter, as long as it works for you. But I say I'm happy. So this is for next week, and we're going to push this through to get finished. And I wish you all a bloody good weekend, and a good half term for you ones on half term this week as well. So catch you later. Over and out. And if I see you out and about, I'll say hello to you then. All right, bye bye.